Hello everyone, I am Professor Sushant Mohite, working as a head of electrical department from Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. In previous video, we start the unit number 3 of subject electrical power transmission and distribution. The title of the unit number 3 is extra high voltage transmission. In previous video, we learned what is EHV AC transmission, what are the advantages of EHV AC transmission, what are the disadvantages of EHV AC transmission. Then the components we discussed regarding the component which is used in substation. Okay, so then we already discussed the disadvantage of the EHV AC transmission, then why we use the HVDC transmission. Now we start the block diagram of the HVDC transmission line. Okay, it's starting from generation, okay, to the receiving station. Okay, here this is the generation. Okay, then next this point is this one is here is the generation. You always remember that the generation is in AC form. So here we use the rectifier which is convert the AC into DC. Okay, then here we use the DC line, it's a DC transmission line. Then this one, here we use the inverter which is converts the DC into AC, and then the output of the DC, then output of the AC which is connected to the consumer. Once again, the generation is in AC form. Then next is this one. Then next is here we use the rectifier which convert the AC into DC. Then here is the DC transmission line. Then after transmission of DC, here we use the inverter which convert the DC into AC, and then output of the inverter which is connected to the load. Okay, so this is the block diagram of the HVDC transmission line. It starts from generation to consumer. Okay, this is the same. This one is also the another diagram of the it's a HVDC transmission line. Okay. So the routes of HVDC transmission line network in India. The first, this is a very important question which which is every time asked in exam. The first, from Riyadh to Dadri, the distance is 814 kilometer. The power is 1500 megawatt, and voltage is plus minus 500 kV. Plus minus because it's a DC. Okay. Then next is Talcher to Kolar, which is the distance is 1376 kilometer. Power is 2000 megawatt. Once again the voltage is plus minus 500 kV. Then Chandrapur, Padghe to once again Chandrapur, which is in Maharashtra. Chandrapur to Padghe, the distance is 752 kilometer. Power which is 1500 megawatt, and the voltage is plus minus 500 kV. The next is Bersor to Lower Sileru, that is Arunachal Pradesh. The distance is a monopolar. Okay, the distance, the power is 100 megawatt, and the voltage is 100 kV. Then next is connecting northern region to eastern region. The distance is 0 kilometer, which is a back-to-back link. The power is 500 megawatt, and the voltage is 140 kV. Then once again the connecting northern region to western region, the power distance is 0. Once again here we use the back-to-back link, and here is a 2 into 250 megawatt, means it's here is a 500 megawatt, and the power voltage is a 770 kV. Then connecting southern region, Chandrapur to western region, it's a 0 kilometer back-to-back link. Power is a 2 into 500 megawatt, and the voltage is a 140 kV. Then connecting southern region means Vizag to eastern region, 0 kilometer back-to-back link. Power is a 500 megawatt, and the voltage is a 140 kV. This is the routes of HVDC transmission line network in India. Okay. Once again, same question which is asked in exam in I think so in summer 2017. Okay. Then advantages of, very important question, the advantages of HVDC transmission system. The basic DC transmission line requires only two conductors, that is the positive and the negative. And if ground is used, means earth is used as a return path, then only one conductor is sufficient. If ground is used as a return path, then only two conductors are sufficient for double circuit. As number of conductor required are less, so load on tower is less. This makes tower design simple and lighter. Tower require less ground area as its base is less than AC tower. So land use benefits are more. Skin effect is absent, no proximity effect, less radio interference, no Ferranti effect. String efficiency is 100%. Low corona loss, copper losses are less, transmission efficiency is more, because as DC resistance is less than AC resistance by 1.6 times. As copper loss are less, so transmission efficiency is more. As effort of L and C is absent and the value of DC resistance of conductor is less, so voltage drop in transmission line is less. The voltage regulation is better than HVDC transmission line. These are the advantages of HVDC transmission system. Next, disadvantages of HVDC transmission system. It is difficult to step up and step down DC voltage like AC voltage. Then special cooling arrangement are necessary for converters, so it is increase the cost of substation. The cost of DC substation is more than AC substation due to additional equipment required like inverter, rectifier, etc. Maintenance cost of DC substation is more due to additional equipment. The space required for DC substation is more due to additional equipment. Losses in DC substation are more due to additional equipment. Overload capacity converter is very less. Reliable DC circuit breakers are not available like AC circuit breakers. The cost of DC circuit breakers is more than AC circuit breaker. That's why we use EHV AC transmission system as compared to HVDC transmission system. Okay. So suppose in exam ask the question why use the EHV transmission system over the HVDC transmission. This is the answer for the question. Next, once again the comparison between the EHV AC and the HVDC on the basis of voltage level, then the power deliver, transmission cost and interference effect. Okay, the first voltage level. So EHV AC it's a more than 765 kV, HVDC is a less 500 kV. Then power deliver it's a less than HVDC is a more. Transmission line cost per kilometer more at a distance of transmission line 500 kilometer below. Less for long distances transmission line. Radio interference in EHVAC it's a present, in HVDC it's a absent. Okay. The next, okay, the same. Once again, the comparison between the EHVAC and HVDC. It's a EHVDC or HVDC. Okay.